Good morning or good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from today, and welcome to the webinar. My name's Liam Brager from the Business Review team, and I'll be hosting today's webinar. It's our pleasure to have Catalent with us today, who will be discussing overcoming key development challenges in antibody drug conjugate design. Today's guest speaker is Dr. David Rabuka, PhD, and he is the President, Chief Scientific Officer, and founder of Redwood Bioscience. I'd like to take this opportunity just to remind you of a few features of the software, or tell you about them if you've not joined us before. You will see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen a Q&A tool. We'll be voting about 10 to 15 minutes to Q&A towards the end of the session, but please do use this tool to ask your questions throughout so we have the highest chance of answering them within the session. If we don't get around to them within the session, the team from Catalent and Redwood Bioscience will be answering them in the coming days as well. At the start of this session, we're just going to run a couple of polls to gauge your existing knowledge of the industry and where you're at now and where you're hoping to be. So I will just, no problem, David, that's fine. With that then, that sort of brings the session to a close. If your questions weren't answered, as I mentioned at the beginning of the session, the guys from Catalent and from Redwood Bioscience will be getting back to you over the next few days and weeks to answer your questions in a little bit more depth. We will be sharing the slides and sharing the video as well, both through Catalent and through Redwood, and through our site as well, which is www.business-review-webinars.com. And you can follow a number of other Catalent sessions on that same site, so please do look out for those, either through emails or on Twitter at brwebinars, just at brwebinars. And that's it from me. So, David, I don't know if you've got anything to leave the audience with.
No, just want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to the Smart Tag story, and hopefully I can answer questions that you may have moving forward, and happy to do so.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the presentation, David, and thank you very much for Catalent for sponsoring.